up, guys? We're going to have it back again. Yeah, man. Fresh off the heels of Ant-Man. Yeah, you know, like that. Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania. I don't actually know why you know what I mean? I thought they'd call it Ant-Man Quantumania. But hey, Wasp, you're fine in that, bro. But when I mean fresh off the heels, I'm talking about I just got in the house 13 minutes ago. So, man, we can talk about it. I'm going to do no spoilers in this, and you guys can let me know in the comment section if you want to do another video where we talk spoilers. I'd like to do a live stream, but obviously Hugo Online itself, we haven't built this channel up enough yet. But if we get a certain amount of people, even if we get like 10 people, we can do spoiler talk after everyone's watched it, of course. I know there's probably going to be loads of people doing spoiler talks around the internet, but I don't mind waiting. I'm not here to spoil stuff for people. I want people to come and get a review of what I'm saying. Whether you want to do it before, off my recommendation, or you want to do it after and see what you got from the movie sizes up. So, Quantumania, man, another MCU film, what took part in the MCU, well, kind of took part in the MCU. I mean, like, there was in the quantum realm for 78% of the movie, you know what I mean? Quick maths and that. Very simple. Scott Lang, the life after the blip and living a life as a celebrity, as Ant-Man, as an Avenger. He's using it as to benefit him in life. Remember, Scott Lang was a thief before, so now he's moved on. Everybody loves him in San Francisco. He's wrote a book. He's famous in all these different places. People want to take photographs of him and that. So it's pretty cool. And then he's got his daughter, Cassie Lang, who's now grown up and following in the footsteps, kind of. She gets in trouble with the police and stuff like that. But it's basically because she's trying to do the right thing with her knowledge and intelligence instead of sitting back and doing nothing for the world. So we get that. Movie's kind of split into like 3 different parts, if you ask me, or maybe 2. So we get that current thing, and then, yeah, we've seen from the trailer, so it's not a spoiler. She designs like a quantum map kind of thing that sucks them into the quantum realm, and then we get the movie going from there, which is kind of what happened to Homegirl before, innit? You know what I'm saying? So it generally follows that, bro. And then the whole point is to go down there and then find a way to get out, and obviously Kang wants to get out as well. In this, we find out the reason why Kang was down there in the first place. Why do I keep forgetting Michelle Pfeiffer's character name? You know who I'm talking about. I'm not going to go search for it now, but the reason why she was down there in the first place too, and the real reason why it took her, she was down there for 30 years and what went on and stuff like that. So, second act of the movie, they find out that obviously within the quantum realm, it's not load of nothingness with just these obstacle, like great colours and stuff like that. There's an actual civilization who live down there. And yeah, it was great. I mean, it was great. When they're down there in the beginning, they can't really understand them. And then once they're able to talk, you get like the original kind of Marvel stuff. I think with Ant-Man, what I liked in this movie is Ant-Man itself never really follows the rules of the MCU as such. But I think that's just because it's Ant-Man. And it's the movie that, like, if you asked everyone on the list, who would you want to make a movie about? He would be by the bottom of the list, but then everyone remembers it's Paul Rudd. He's funny, charismatic, and you want to see him on screen. So what I liked is there wasn't it wasn't overdone with comedy like Thor: Love and Thunder, which you would expect it to be more with Ant-Man than Thor, apart from the director, of course. But the fact of, you know, it's Paul Rudd, so there was comedy in it. I thought it was quirky. I thought it was timed perfect. I don't think it was overdone. Jonathan Majors in this, Ant-Man and all that, but he was the main guy. He was the great actor in this movie. He stole the show. Anyone who enjoyed his performance in Loki, in this, it just steps it up a level. Now, like I said, we get the first part where it sets up the plot for the movie, getting sucked into the quantum realm. How do we get out of the quantum realm? Second half of the movie is a lot of people saying that Kang's coming. It was getting to the point where it was done too much. You know what I mean? It got a bit weird, like, it was for him, it's him. Obviously, you know, we get MODOK in this movie. There's a few surprises with that character, which I think people will enjoy, and, you know, it wasn't overly done and that. I think that's where the comedy came in a bit, which is fine, because sometimes it's hard to fit these kind of characters into, like, live-action movies. And then, once that's sorted, the third act is the act where there's all the risk involved in the movie and all of the stuff that you see from the trailer and the fights. And I would say the first act and the third act are the best parts of the movie, and the last 25 minutes of the movie are the best parts of the movie. that fight scene, what you see with Scott Lang and Kang the Conqueror on the trailer, it really intensifies Kang in that moment. Because my problem with Kang's always been, I say always been, he's not been around that long, but they're setting him up in the vein of Thanos, in the vein of those big villains, and they quite apparently let you know early in from Loki that he's stronger than all of these people. So he's not that menacing though. He doesn't, like, it's not believable that he's stronger than Thanos or he's smarter than Thanos or anything like that. But he does set him up in this to look a lot more stronger, and as it goes on, you realise what's going on with him. So, don't really need to do much more there. I think they stuck the landing. I don't know. It didn't end with like perfection, but it ended in an Ant-Man type way. I just thought that the big climax to the movie could have been done a little bit different. You know what I mean? With all the risk that's involved with possibly being sucked into the quantum realm forever, I thought it could have done a bit more with that. I thought Cassie Lang was great. She didn't offer that much as much to the movie as I thought she was going to offer. Because I thought it was going to be constantly just about her and Ant-Man Scott Lang, instead of just saying it. I love my daughter and I miss my daughter and I want to spend time with her. But they didn't really make me feel that the time was gone, apart from telling me, and I wanted to see that a little bit more. I think some of the stuff in the first act could have been used in a different Marvel film, or like a TV program. I feel like Ant-Man could have been a TV program and a movie, and they could have set some of the stuff up, because the parts at the beginning when there's an explanation for why she was in the quantum realm so long, and I'm like, okay, I get all of this, but you know what I mean? And some of the explanations don't make much sense, which we can go through in the spoilers. CGI in this movie was excellent in some parts. It proper give you the feel of, like, you know, when Doctor Strange goes to see Dormammu, it was that kind of visual. We watched it in 3D, so added a little bit more to it. Few parts where there was like some big scenes where there was a lot of CGI going on. The third act where it was like kind of crazy, and it was a little bit choppy. But I don't want to go too negative on it, because I did have 3D glasses on, and maybe it's just because it's not a 3D film as such. But certain parts in the movie having 3D glasses on worked out perfect. So. But yeah, all the actors, Michelle Pfeiffer, Michael Douglas, Cassie Lang's character, Jonathan Majors, Paul Rudd, of course, they were all great. There was no bad acting in the movie, which is the main part, is the main thing really. But let's be honest, this story was very basic, and I liked that it was basic. They didn't overcomplicate stuff, and they did the best not to let it get too hokey like they did with Thor: Love and Thunder. And the best thing about Jonathan Majors' character as Kang the Conqueror is he did not fall into that at all. When we saw him in Loki, there was quite a few like sniggly jokes, but that was meant to be his character. In this, there wasn't an overuse of, I'm going to keep making these jokes constantly. I'm going to keep talking about, you know what I mean? There wasn't it at all. And when it was time for him to get serious, you really felt his pain. And once you felt his pain, you saw the wrath of Kang the Conqueror. And I cannot wait to see more of him in Loki. There is a post-credit scene. There's a mid-credit scene and a post-credit scene. Both of them are worth seeing. Both set up two things in a separate way, but it's very much needed. I think one of them you could have missed it. Like, you could have maybe not needed it, but it gave you the excitement of what's coming, because one of the post-credit scene is something what's coming very soon, and the first one, the mid-credit scene, lets you know something. And I needed that as a Marvel fan, just because I haven't recovered since Endgame, to be honest, bro. Apart from the best thing I've had since Endgame was Spider-Man. I enjoyed all the other movies, Black Panther, Doctor Strange, and all that stuff, but the build-up, the payoff wasn't the same once I got to watch those movies. Black Panther was too emotional anyway, but the payoff for Love and Thunder, the payoff for Doctor Strange and Multiverse of Madness, not good enough in all these payoffs. The payoff for Endgame and Spider-Man, incredible. So to take me from that high and then drop me back down, it's very hard. But I did enjoy the movie. It's worth going. It's worth taking your family to go as well. It's not going to be too violent for any kids to watch. And it's Paul Rudd, so, enjoy it. I've been your boy, Savage. Comment, like, subscribe, and share. Let me know what you think in the comment section once you've watched the movie. No point commenting until you've done that, because then we can chop it up properly. Actually, just let me know what you think anyway. And then let me know if you want a spoiler talk. Just put hashtag spoiler talk in the comments if you want to do that. But we have to build the channel up first, I understand. So let's get it. Run.